Howdy.
Hello.
Well, hiya. Let's just say greetings back and forth for a while. Clay, do I have a story for you?
I cannot absolutely wait.
Well, I'm fortunate enough to where I can give to a couple of nonprofits, and they eventually send me mail, like in the postal service, like Pony Express, well, they don't send me mail. They send a post office box in Texas somewhere mail at a UPS store
But
where
it has your name on it.
Yeah, very friendly people that work there. Who
So these are people that didn't hear you say,
I'm a digital donor.
Don't send me mail. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. And I recently got my mail shipped to me, and I opened it, and lo and behold,
Yes.
two organizations had sent me solicitation materials in my box. And both of them sent me solicitations that said that if I didn't hurry up and give or didn't fulfill, that the membership card that they had sent in the mailing wouldn't be valid.
So, like, you would lose access to the museum, or you wouldn't get your benefits for performing arts?
No. Museum. These are not museum organizations. These are like...
So it's like a radio station or a TV station, like the benefits that come along?
No, these are like the cancer, or the cross. So they don't...
So, what do you get?
The feeling of doing good for the world.
But that's donating.
And a tax receipt.
What do you get for being a member?
I got a membership card, you see.
What do you do with the card?
Well, I was thinking that the next time I got pulled over by the police, I could be like, but wait. And when they ask me for license and registration, ma'am, I could put my member card on top of my license, and that I would get out of the ticket. Or next time...
I think that is both, like, not legal and not ethical. Just saying. I'm just... What do I know?
Well, the police might look fondly on my charitable gravitas, knowing that I gave $19 a month.
Wait. Charitable...
Gravitas.
Pardon me, but do you have any charitable gravitas?
Well, I have a membership card, sir. And doesn't a membership card give you charitable gravitas? I mean, it's kind of funny that they think, like... So I'm going to get out my wallet, and I'm going to put my member cards in my wallet from all these nonprofits.
Yes.
And then while I'm, I don't know, in Vegas at a casino...
You mean your Apple Wallet or your Google Wallet? Or
they didn't send me one that was compatible with digital, of course. As a digital donor, why would they ever send me something that worked on my phone? So when I get pulled over by the police, I can't be like, hold, please, let me get out my Apple Wallet.
Yeah, because, okay.
No.
Now, historically and data speaking.
Sure.
Membership programs have traditionally been tremendously successful because they do successful in terms of raising dollars in direct response, because they do kind of engender a feeling of belonging and a feeling like you're special and
they engender a feeling of sadness for me.
Well, and those cards are expensive. What do people do with them? And I don't know recent numbers, right? I know decades old.
I feel like these are the same things, people that have fax numbers on their business cards, which goes back to episode 2.
Well, see, I love that we're in my office because I can look for resources in books that, have the data on this. But again, it's old data. So the question is, what do you do with a membership card?
Trash it. Recycle it if I'm a good person.
Right.
But I mean, like, what is the... Okay, so maybe there are people that work for, but I'm not that. And why would you go ahead and mail out a membership card and then be like, now you need to give us money? Like, are you supposed to guilt me into giving? Like, I don't understand it. And it's funny. It's funny because...
It's funny?
It's funny because I'm like...
Because it's fundraising, and fundraising is funny?
Fundraising is funny.
Fundraising is funny.
But also...
Nice.
Like... Yeah, thanks.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Were you solicited as a member? These are you said these are organizations you support, yes?
In the past, yes.
Were you solicited as a member, or you gave and then suddenly
I gave and then they made me a member, whether I wanted to. It was like membership by force. It's like a 3rd grade birthday party. You will invite everyone.
Well, and I think so I think there's a couple of things here.
Yeah.
Right, which is number one, these are expensive. I mean,
Well,
I know
they
they're
have
not
to be more expensive than regular paper.
right, exactly. As soon as you put something that has to be was the card personalized or was it just a generic?
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay, okay.
It was like this laminated piece. It wasn't even like a card, like your Blockbuster card. Some of you will get that joke.
I still have mine.
But it was like a laminated piece of paper, that you kind of peeled off.
I know.
And okay, one was personalized, one was not. So one had my name on it, the full name.
Sure.
And then the other one didn't. And I guess I just write my name in.
I'm sorry. All I can visualize now is, Lynn Marie, your membership is up.
Exactly. Thanks for the middle name drop right there. Thanks, my mom.
You know.
Yeah. It's fine, Thomas. And so, the gloves are off. And so I'm sitting there thinking, well, are people getting hoodwinked? And like, hoodwinked is an excellent word, by the way. It's like guffaw. But are they getting hoodwinked because they think they actually need to renew a membership or something like that? And it's a membership, not a charitable gift, kind of like, it's not a gym membership. And what's interesting is, gym memberships don't even have cards really much anymore. You use your face or your phone number or something technological.
Well, I mean, full disclosure, you and I went to the gym this morning because we were together, right? And my membership card is on my watch, and I just scan it and go in.
Not if you give to charity, it's not.
Well, and again, I go to the usage. So there's a couple of places that I sort of come. I think it's less about the card.
Okay.
And for me, about the intent and what we're doing with it. But you know what?
But where am I going to use it?
Where are you going to use it? Because what I'm wondering is, can I walk into a 7-Eleven? Can I walk into a Terribles, as we say in Vegas?
They have Terribles here. It's funny.
Can I walk into the Whole Foods snack bar and use my membership card to get a discount or to get access to it? Or
can I get anything with it ever?
Which is something I think we need to ponder while we pause for a little snack.
Oh my gosh, let's have a snack, a morning time, maybe a piece of fruit or something lovely.
I am still working on my morning smoothie. So there's full disclosure, and that sort of ruins the whole timelessness of listening to a podcast. But yes, we are recording this in the morning.
Sun's up.
It's time for our morning snacks.
All right, let's do it.
To keep our stamina. Lynn.
Clay, we're back.
We're back. How was your snack?
Oh, deliciously banana-ish. So we were talking about membership cards, and I had received some in solicitations recently from some national nonprofits. Sorry, Canadian and listeners abroad, but it's funny to me because the irony is, if I do carry it around, there was nowhere in the letter or accompanying materials or the packet, as industry experts call it. There was nothing in the packet that said the benefits of the membership card or what I could do with it.
Yes. So now, the assumed alleged organizations that you reference. I happen to know that they have very, very large budget.
Oh, money.
And they have very large resources.
I'm sure.
And they work with either expert external firms or have in-house
fancy people,
experts that, and they are testing this and they are measuring it and they are weighing the cost against response and all of that. And they are looking at that from a very intelligent and very, right?
Oh, so I'm here for the benefit of the doubt. I'm here for that.
My point is, it fell flat with you, right?
It did, and it might fall flat with others, but somebody may be treasuring their card.
Somebody may be treasuring their card, and I don't want to make assumptions on that, but I think it also gets to, we don't want to copy what others are doing because we don't know exactly the benefit, right?
Well, and
if we can't measure like that, Because what I could see is people going, oh, we should send a membership card because...
does.
Yeah.
My friend Rachel calls it Sweaters for Penguins. That's her fake nonprofit that she uses. So
it's my Ravaging Wombats, yes.
Right. If Sweaters for Penguins does it, should I? Right?
Yeah.
But it's more than that. I really do think it's more than that, Clay. Yes, and, right? That's our improv training tells us, yes, and.
Yes, and.
We have to shed some of the ways of the past. We need to, if there were a digital version, I would be super impressed by them.
Yes.
Like every time I check into an airline and they give me an Apple Wallet version or my credit card or, my hotel room key or the gym membership that you have or anything like that would at least tell me that they're trying to adapt to, I say this in loose terms, my generation, but I'm 45. I'm solid Gen Xer, man. I'm not a millennial. I'm not Gen Z. I'm not super-de-duper-de high tech, but don't send me a paper membership card and think she's going to put that in her wallet.
Agreed.
Do
you know the origins of direct mail? So, especially in
papyrus.
Well, I mean, right? We can go back to the 1918 campaign. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So, a lot of the origins, especially of direct mail acquisition, go back to the very early days of direct response marketing, which was really driven by catalog purchases. I think this is absolutely fascinating. And who were the majority of the catalog purchasers and magazine subscribers?
Housewives?
1950s, 60s. So, of course, because the acquisition was based on that demographic. And so when fundraising direct mail started to emulate it and to purchase lists and do acquisition, who was the audience that responded? Housewives. Which is why today we can say the average American donor is a 60 to 70-year-old white suburban housewife. And this to me is what it really, honestly, it's what diversity, it's what inclusion, it's what equity in fundraising means. It's what developing new methodologies and procedures. Because if we continue to base our methodologies on the best responding demographic is X, Y, Z, and we don't look at why is it that demographic. I mean, Gen Z is. There are tons of reports that are telling us how generous and how engaged Gen Z is.
And millennials. More than us and Gen X.
And I cannot stand generational over generalizations. Ooh, how's that for a word, right?
That's a great one. Like, my parents are in their 80s, and if I hear one more time old people don't do technology, like, that is the worst. Like, it's mean. It's mean. My mom is on the internet all the time, and they pay all their bills digitally. And I'll tell you what, if my mom got the membership card mailing, she would redact all her personal information off of it, and then she would throw it in the fireplace unless it was plastic, and then she'd put it in the trash. And I don't want to be like the Smash consultant who's like, why are you doing this? Me. We run a podcast called Fundraising is Funny. I think the idea that you as a nonprofit are sending me a membership card and expect me to wield it is funny.
And if you're just listening to the podcast, if you're just listening to it and you haven't seen the video of this, number one, neither Lynn nor I really invested in our appearance today. So I am unshaven. She is unmaked up.
Yeah, but
it is a delightful video. But
who we are.
The visual of Lynn
wielding. I love wielding it because I feel like
it's worth finding this clip wherever you get your favorite clips
on YouTube,
because
fundraising is funny because
just brilliant.
I just feel like, okay, so I'm here with you in Vegas.
Yes,
I want to go see Bruno Mars.
Yes,
and there's a VIP lane, and then there's the people.
And here's my Ravaging Wombat membership card.
Here's my Ravaging Wombat Sweaters for Penguins membership card. I'm going straight to the front with that.
You're sitting next to Celine. Okay, so what's our tagline? What's the takeaway here?
What's our punchline?
What's the punchline? What do we do with this?
So I think the punchline is, number one, as you pointed out really early on in this episode, they don't know that Lynn doesn't like the postal, solicitations through the postal mail. No, they weren't listening. And again, okay. But number two, our gimmicks are, and we're probably going to have a whole episode on gimmicks. We totally need one. But are these tactics still relevant today? Are they inclusive? Is there a modern version? Like, could you have sent me a code on my phone, a QR, or something? And, you know, how do we think about the idea that charity as a membership also kind of disturbs me a wee bit? Because according to the IRS, a charitable gift is that which is done wholly, completely without expecting anything else. So I don't expect a membership card.
Sure. Yes. Yes. And we're on the tagline here, and I'm going to introduce sort of a new-ish concept to the discussion, which is, if you look at the work of Drs. Jen Sheng and Adrian Sargent at the Institute for Sustainable...
Love Adrian.
I do too. Institute for Sustainable Philanthropy. I did the certificate in philanthropic psychology, and one of the things they talk about in people's giving and bringing identity forward is the identity of belonging. I belong to this mission. I belong to, right? I give because I want to be a part of something, right? Mm-hmm. So I can see how at some time or at some point a membership card could convey that sense of belonging. For me, the punchline here is do what works for you and your organizations, and don't make assumptions about generations, about because something worked elsewhere, it will work. There are some standards, right?
Totally.
There are some things that we know.
Like thank your donors.
Like thank your donors, right? Yeah, exactly. Just because a big organization, a big flashy organization has success with a particular tactic doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for you or to convey the intent that you think it will, right?
I totally agree with that. And I also, again, think we need to be mindful of our actions, that our actions have consequences, our actions.
Absolutely.
And I love the idea. I mean, psychologically, feeling of belonging is important. Mm-hmm. But if I don't see myself, then how do I belong? I don't see myself in a membership card.
There's
I don't.
The punchline.
I don't. Yeah,
There's
that's the
the
punchline. You can create false belonging all you want to with lapel pins and membership cards and tote bags and T-shirts. But if I don't see myself, if I don't feel like I belong, all of that is artifice.
There's that organization that keeps hounding you about wanting to send you swag.
Oh, my God.
And they literally keep using that phrase with you.
They literally use the word swag. And they're like, we want to send you some swag. Please send us a shipping address. And I just keep deleting their emails.
Let's treat generosity like generosity.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I will buy my own.
That's it.
Yeah, I got it. I love this, Clay, and I love that we can tell stories together. For those of you that want to share a story with us, you're going to go to fundraisingisfunny.com.
Yes.
You also can leave us a review, drop us a message. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for spending some time, maybe on your commute, during your exercise routine, or just in your office when you need a break, or in the middle of a very important board meeting. Just listen to Fundraising is Funny. But we're glad you came, and we hope that you feel like you belong with us.
Share with us how you exercise your fundraising gravitas.
That's right.
Have a good one, everybody.
Bye.